The Battlefield portal was revealed today, and boy oh boy is it everything that we thought it was going to be and more. You might have known what this was sort of from the rumors about a battle hub. Well, essentially that is what the Battlefield portal is, and today I want to go over some of the details regarding the Battlefield portal and give you guys some information about what it's going to be about and why you should be excited if it hasn't quite gotten your hype train rolling yet. But without further ado, remember, if you do enjoy today's video, to leave it a nice, thick, and juicy like as always. And of course, if you enjoy this kind of content, you want more like it, don't forget to hit that big red sexy subscribe button right underneath the video. Also got to shout out my channel members. You guys help make these videos possible. If you want to join, get access to the exclusive perks that they get, don't forget to check out the link in the description or hit the blue join button. Anyway, let's begin. So what is the Battlefield portal? Why is it a big deal, and why are so many people freaking out about it in a very good way? Well, essentially it's custom gameplay experiences combining previous games in the series to create just some wonderfully insane moments. Games that are going to be included and their content that are going to be included are going to be Battlefield 1942, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, and of course Battlefield 2042. Now, some of the maps that are going to be included from these previous games, because obviously it's not going to be all of the content from the previous games. They did take select bits of each, but there actually is quite a bit of content here to kind of create its own full experience. So essentially maps you're going to be looking at, for example, from Battlefield 1942 are going to be Battle of the Bulge and El Alamein. We're also going to have Erica Harbor and Valparaiso from Bad Company 2. We can tell by some of the teases a little bit that Valparaiso is probably coming to the game. And then of course Caspian Border and North Shore Canals from BF3, while also just, if that wasn't enough, all of Battlefield 2042's maps are going to be available here as well. As for the factions of each of the games are going to be included. You're also looking at over 40 weapons as well as 30 gadgets combined within the mode just from the older titles. That does not include what's coming from 2042, as everything from 2042 will also be available here. And then over 40 vehicles from these games, also not including what's in 2042. So there's gonna be quite a bit to have here, quite a few experiences to be able to create, because you can really mix and match between each games. If you want to have the Germans from Battlefield 1942 fighting against the Americans from Battlefield 3 on a map from 2042, you can do that. You can create that chaos. If you want to have a 128 player rush on, I don't know, North Shore Canals or something like that, you can do that. If you want to have, the example they used in the trailer was like 4 2042 specialists against a team of 32 Germans from 1942 and see if you can go in and take them out, you can do that. You can create the most unbalanced, crazy, exotic, different battles that you just want to create, and it's the perfect kind of sandbox experience that I think a lot of people were looking for. And I know some people are like, what about balance? Is it going to be balanced? Well, the point of it is for it to not be balanced. Now, if you are worried about that and you want to have some deeper, more granular changes to the actual gameplay itself, well, that's okay, because EA and the site that they're using to allow you to customize these games and create these custom games, that's right, you can just go to a website and do this. You don't even technically have to own the game to go to this website. You just have to have an EA account. Now, of course, to play the game, you're probably going to want to own the game. But if you just want to create these crazy maps and whatnot in these crazy situations, you can go to their website to create these. Now, within this, they also give you access to a logic editor. So people with the knowledge and ability to go in and change these more granular things, they might be able to make more balanced experiences for each other, whatever that may mean, whatever. I'm not super familiar with this sort of thing, so I may not even know what the hell I'm talking about here. But if you wanted like an ultra balanced competitive style game mode, this is probably the place you're going to want to go and do that. You can set up competitive matches between different factions, or however you want to do it, identical factions if you want it to be perfectly even. Set it up on certain maps however you want to set it up. This is probably a place where you're going to be able to do that. Server admins who were begging for RSP to come back from Battlefield 4 and whatnot, they should be able to come in here and just adore this, because again, this is totally free. If you own the game, you can of course hop into the Battlefield portal and play it. But if you don't own the game and you just want to create custom matches, which do whatever you want, but that does seem a little odd. But if you want to just do that, you only need an EA account. That's it. And you can go in and have all the crazy fun that you want to. Now, for those of you also worried about XP and progression, because in Battlefield 5, when they first introduced, I guess air quotes, RSP around community games, that's what they were called. Sorry, I just had a little bit of a nightmare thinking about that. There was no XP and progression available in that game when it was first introduced. But in this, it's all going to be tied together just like it will be with Hazard Zone when Hazard Zone does finally get revealed and released. It's all going to be one mass bit of progression and XP for you, so you don't have to worry about sacrificing time away from the main game to go play this little weird side game when in the end it all adds up to nothing. So you will be able to have that, so don't worry about that. It's going to be pretty darn cool. Also, just to kind of backtrack a little bit, all these items in the game, they have been recreated and updated in the latest Frostbite engine kind of edition. So some of the issues of the past are no longer there with certain items, weapons, maps, and whatever. They have had certain, they recreated it, fixed and tweaked a couple things, nothing major, it seems, on that front, but there are a few changes and fixes. Also, the big thing with that is, will the portal get more content? Well, that's a great question, because as of right now, we don't know. It didn't say anything at the event, so I have no idea if it's going to get more content. It would be really cool, and I'm sure if the community is very vocal about this, if you guys want more content for this, feel free. Personally, I'm a little undecided. To me, I mean, while it seems novel, I would rather have more of the main game content. If it really takes off and people want more content, go right ahead. I don't speak for the entire community, but if it's not there, then I wouldn't expect it if it doesn't take off in ultra popularity. I think it will be popular, and I think they will remaster a few more things, maybe from a couple of different games. I'd say probably the two games they'd probably take from first is either Hardline or 2142. I know those games kind of had niche crowds, and maybe they didn't hit with the main Battlefield audience, but maybe being able to go back and try some of those more unique styled games would be cool for a lot of people, especially because those games did have pretty dedicated niche audiences that really love those games. So that'd be really cool to see for them. And then of course, anything new that comes to 2042 is definitely going to be a part of the portal. That's just part of it. As the game kind of grows and changes over time, it will of course transfer across the various modes of the game. So anyway, that's all I have with regards to Battlefield 2042's new Battlefield portal. Let me know you guys' thoughts down below. I'm pretty darn excited for this. It really tickled my giblets when I was watching it on stream, which by the way, subscribe if you want to catch more streams. Also, I am going to do another video breaking down some of the little gameplay tidbits that we saw in this little trailer that we got. We did see quite a bit of little tiny secrets, so make sure to subscribe for that as well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a nice thick and juicy like, and I'll see you in the next video.